Good morning, it's Thursday, June the 5th, and you're watching AGORACOM TV. I'm your host, Paul Kondakos. AGORACOM TV is a daily, fast-paced, edgy show bringing you the best press releases at the open, along with the Halts, so that you can hopefully profit from them and potentially find your next great small cap investment. I've got tons of great news for you this morning, both sides of the borders, a lot of resource news, and as always, we have in the second segment of our program, the Halts to report on. So without any further ado, let's get down to business. Top story I have for you this morning, Canplats trades on the venture under the symbol CPQ. We've got great results coming out of the company. They're reporting on 4 diamond drill holes completed in the Represa zone of the Camino Rojo project in Mexico. Diamond drill hole CRD-12 returned 292 meters, averaging 1.16 grams per ton of gold, 11.6 grams per ton of silver, 0.07% lead, and 0.4% zinc. So great numbers. Included within that, we've got 93 meters, averaging 2 grams per ton of gold, 20 grams per ton of silver, 0.13% lead, and 0.84% zinc. Other diamond drill holes have confirmed continuity and extended the Represa zone mineralization to depth. A little bit about Canplats. They maintain a portfolio of prospective precious and base metal properties in Mexico. Canplats' management team is comprised of geologists and mining engineers with extensive experience in the exploration, development, financing, and operation of both underground and large-scale open-pit mines. They're last at $5.15 off their 52-week high of $5.43. Moving on, Orman Explorations trades on the venture under the symbol OLE, on the OTCBB under the symbol OLEPF. And what we're reporting on today, we've got results from 6 drills that are turning at the Sabodala property in Senegal, West Africa. Their most recent drill results continue to expand gold mineralization at the Goluma South, Goluma West, and Masoto deposits. Highlights from the program include 22 meters of 5.68 grams per ton of gold, and this is at Goluma South, 19 meters of 5.66 grams per ton of gold, and this is at Goluma West, and 39 meters of 3.04 grams per ton of gold at Masato. A little bit about Orman Explorations. They're a growth-oriented resource company focused on exploring the Sabodala gold concession in Senegal, West Africa, and the Santa Rosa Dome oil prospect in Argentina. They're last at $2.34, off their 52-week high of $4.15. And disclaimer, Orman Resources, Orman Exploration is an AGORACOM client, so as always, make sure you do your due diligence on each one of these companies. Moving on, FirstGrowth Exploration and Development Services trades on the TSX Venture under the symbol FGC, on the Frankfurt under the symbol G8Q, and on the OTCBB under the symbol FGCDF. Its subsidiary, Kinetics Inc., has been awarded a contract valued at over $15.6 million to provide seismic acquisition work in central Saskatchewan for a private company focused on potash exploration. Potash is now at $400 per ton, so this is something that's going to be hot over the next few years. Quote from the company, Jill Schneider, CEO of FirstGrowth, stated, "This record single contract equal to 2007's annual gross revenues should give shareholders strong confidence in the growth and future success of the company. 2008 looks to be a breakout year for FirstGrowth as the mining and resource industry fully realized the inherent potential provided by full-wave high resource seismic data." About FirstGrowth, they're an oil, gas, and mineral exploration services company focused on providing data-rich, high-resolution subsurface images, which is essentially a brand-new exploration tool to the resource exploration and development industry. Companies last at 52 cents, off their 52-week high of $1.05. Moving on, Powertec Uranium Corp. trades on the TSX under the symbol PWE, and for our European friends, on the Frankfurt under the symbol P8A. They have closed the private placement transaction with Société Belge de Combustible Nucléaire Synatom SA, also known as Synatom. I believe they're the Belgium Nuclear Authority. Earlier this week, it was announced that Synatom had agreed to make a $9 million strategic investment in the company by way of a private placement. The company intends to use the proceeds of the private placement for working capital and to advance its mineral properties towards production. A little bit about Synatom, the company that made the private placement, the strategic investment. They are a subsidiary of Electrabel, which is a leading European energy company which has become the largest power company in the Benelux market with a generating capacity of more than 30,000 megawatts. That's a lot of power. Synatom manages the fuel cycle for the Belgium nuclear power plants. A little bit about Powertec Uranium Corp. They're a mineral exploration and development company that, through its Denver-based subsidiary Powertech USA Inc., holds the Dewey Burdock uranium deposit in South Dakota, the Centennial Project in Colorado, and the Dewey Terrace and Aladdin projects in Wyoming. They're last at $1.50 off their 52-week high of $3.05. Exelon Resources trades on the TSX under the symbol EXN. Received assay results for massive and semi-massive sulfide and sulfide breccia intercepts for 30 holes in the Platosa test mine area. Highlights from this program include NE-1 Mantle LP468, which cut 8.7 meters of semi-massive sulfides grading 481 grams per ton of silver, 5.9% lead, and 13.6% zinc. And the Rhodelia Mantle cut 1.1 meter of massive sulfides grading 1,800 grams per ton of silver, 14.9% lead, and 20% zinc. I've got a quote from Exelon's chairman, Peter A. Cosgrove, which states, holes like LP533 with multiple mineralized zones and LP542, which may add tonnage close to existing workings, are especially exciting as they may point the way towards the large tonnage, intrusion-related proximal style of mineralization found elsewhere in the Mexican CRD belt, which remains to be discovered on the company's large property. A little bit about Exelon. They're a mineral resource company operating in Durango State, Mexico, and the company is producing silver, lead, and zinc from high-grade mantle deposits on its Platosa property, strategically located in the middle of the Mexican silver belt. The company is last at $1.24 off their 52-week high of $1.98. Moving on, last one I have for you, Enhanced Oil Resources. Trades on the venture under the symbol EOR. They announced the results of their 2008 COB report, which is a resource evaluation report of their helium and carbon dioxide deposit reserves within the company-controlled St. John's helium carbon dioxide field. The property is located in the Apache Country, Arizona, and Catron Country, New Mexico. The report indicates a 37% increase in potential carbon dioxide reserves. Now, St. John's resource is potentially significantly larger than earlier estimates had suggested, with potentially recoverable reserves increasing to 8 trillion cubic feet of carbon dioxide and 33 billion cubic feet of helium over a 40-year life. I've got a quote from Barry Lasker, who's president and CEO of Enhanced Oil, who states, the results from the latest resource evaluation report from WM Cobb and Associates has confirmed that the St. John's gas field is potentially considerably larger than earlier estimates had suggested, and the higher production rates achieved this year from our most recent drilling indicates that significant reserves may be produced over a 20-year period. In this age of high oil prices, there is considerable interest in carbon dioxide flooding to enhance oil production from mature, depleted fields. A little bit about Enhanced Oil. They're an early-stage company focused on developing the St. John's helium carbon dioxide field and producing oil via enhanced oil recovery processes using CO2 injection in the United States. The company is last at $1.17 off their 52-week high of $2.08. That's it for the great press releases of the day. Moving on to our next segment, Halts of the day. We've got Callstar Ventures, trades on the venture under the symbol CTR-P or .P. They've been halted pending news. Toba Industries on the venture under the symbol TBG.H. They've been halted pending news. Mullen Group Income Fund, MTL.UN. They've been halted pending news. And Essential Energy Services on the TSX under the symbol ESN.UN. They've been halted pending news. A lot of news today to digest, but all great news. That's a wrap for today. I'm your host, Paul Kandakos. Make sure you tune in again tomorrow. We've got more great press releases and halts at the open for you.